How's it going, Good Vibe Tribe? It's Elise here, and I'm so excited to be sharing another What I Eat in a Day video with you. I feel like it's been a hot second since I've done so. It is 8 a.m. right now. I am getting ready for the gym, about to go get a new membership because we just moved in to this new spot a few days ago, and I'm starting my day off with a handful of capsules, which are just a variety of supplements that are going to help me get rid of the yeast overgrowth in my body, which is related to the mold in the home that I moved out of. I'll link a video about why I left Hawaii down below in case you have not seen that yet. And since I am kind of a little baby and am not good at taking capsules and like swallowing them, I use coconut yogurt. So essentially I just put one of the capsules on top of a spoonful of coconut yogurt, and I don't know, something about it being in food like masks the fact that I'm taking a capsule. So that's how I'm starting my breakfast. I'm also going to drink some of this Harmless Harvest coconut water, which is my favorite brand, so good. And I tend to keep things light in the morning time. I'm probably gonna have a pretty light workout at the gym today, so we will see how much of this I drink, if I can open it. All right, that's all for now. I will see you later. Okay, so I just got back from the gym and I am starving Marvin. So I have this leftover salad from last night. Addison and I had some friends over. Actually, my best friend Carly and her husband are here, and we had a big salad. So everything that's inside of here is kale, mixed greens, red leaf lettuce. There's avocado, cucumber, olives, and I think that's it. And then I have some vegan Caesar dressing, so I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of that on and munch away. All right, so here is the fridge situation. We will start up here. I have some ripe avocados, some leftover tahini sauce. Addison's got some beans and tortillas. We've got spinach and mixed greens. And here is celery, cucumbers, dill. Down here is the lettuce drawer. So some butter, lettuce, red leaf lettuce, there's kale, and some cilantro. And I have everything in green bags. It keeps everything fresh for way, way longer. I'll link that in the video description. I use them all the time. Under here, some carrots, daikon, onions, cabbage. I think Addison's gonna make some kraut with that, sauerkraut. And then down here, I have been on a kick with this coconut water. And then we've got some asparagus, which I'm gonna cook up. Some vegan cheeses. What's here? Oh, some olives. Also some vegan Caesar dressing. My chai concentrate. I need to make some homemade hemp milk to have with that. Some raw tahini, coconut milk yogurt. Of course, coconut aminos back here. Some citrus and garlic up here. And over here, we have a little fruit rack. So up here on the top is lots of avocados, because this is kind of like my main source of calories right now, avocados. Some tomatoes, I'm gonna make some salsa, a white dragon fruit, or maybe it's yellow on the inside. Some green apples, lots of bananas that we gotta freeze, and some potatoes. And then we also have some pantry items in here. Where do I start? I can't reach these things. Quinoa, I don't know. Lots of these are for Addie's recipes. But I have extra coconut aminos, these thin rice cakes, and then so many Mary's crackers, which I'm obsessed with. And they're super good and healthy. Some black bean spaghetti, and that's pretty much it. All right, so I just finished making my lunch. I think it came out pretty good. Let me know in the comment section if you would enjoy this lunch. I have a big old pile of guacamole that actually takes up half of this bowl, some mixed greens, some Mary's Gone crackers, and then I just got these like thin rice crackers at the store, and I figured I would add that in there too. Inside the guacamole is 1.5 avocados, half of a tomato, some cilantro, some red onion, some garlic, and lime juice. And that's it. I'm about to devour it. All right, so I'm not quite sure how to begin talking about this, but I want to talk about my personal weight loss. In the past year, I have lost 10 pounds, and I am 4 feet and 10 inches tall. So obviously that weight loss looks quite different on my body than it does on somebody else's body. I would say ever since I've gotten off of the Appalachian Trail, I've been receiving comments about my weight loss, asking if it's healthy, asking if I'm intentionally losing weight, being told that I'm too skinny, and a variety of other things. Also getting comments saying that I'm looking great, I'm looking super healthy, I'm looking better than I ever have. So there's definitely mixed feedback that I receive putting myself out there on the internet and photos and videos and stuff like that. So essentially, I believe that there are 3 main reasons that I have lost this weight, and it has not been intentional at all. The first reason why I think that I might have lost weight is the concept of primary food and secondary food, which is something that I first learned about in the health coaching school called IIN that I went to a couple of years ago now. It's all online. I'll link information about that health coaching school down below. In that health coaching school, I learned about the concept of primary food and secondary food. Essentially, secondary food is the food that we eat, the food that we consume, and primary food are things like having a fulfilling career, having meaningful relationships, having a deep spiritual practice, and being active on a daily basis or a regular basis. So in the past year or a couple of years, I've just really been focusing on fulfilling myself in all of those areas of life. And what I've noticed is that the more fulfilled I feel in those areas of my life and every area of my life, the less I feel compelled to reach for food to fill those voids within myself. So essentially, I have a past of binge eating and overeating, and I didn't have a fulfilling relationship. I had very unhealthy relationships. I didn't have a spiritual practice, and I was active on a daily basis, but I was also in the past struggling with what career I wanted to do, and I wasn't fulfilled in that aspect of life or a variety of other aspects of life. So I was reaching for food to fill these voids that I had in my life. So that's a huge reason that I feel I've naturally lost weight without really intentionally trying to lose weight. I've been intentionally trying to fulfill myself in every area of life. And naturally, I just have stopped reaching for food when I'm not hungry. So another reason I feel that I've lost weight is something that actually goes hand in hand with what I just talked about, which is eating intuitively, listening to my body. When I'm hungry, I eat. When I'm not hungry, I don't eat. And I had a friend ask me a few months ago, like, how did you actually lose that weight? Like, how did you do it? The simple answer is that I don't eat when I'm not hungry. And I think that's so freaking rare today in our world because we are unfulfilled in one way or another. So those things go hand in hand. Fulfilling my primary foods and eating intuitively, listening to my body. Something that has also allowed me to eat intuitively with more ease has been eating whole foods. So eating fresh vegetables, some fruits, healthy fats, and less or like way little or no processed food. When I used to eat heavy amounts of processed food, I would crave things so much more often because there are chemicals and additives in there that trigger that response within the human body. So that's something that has led me to be able to eat more intuitively with ease, is actually eating whole foods. Another thing that may or may not come into play with my weight loss over the past year or so has been the transition from a high carbohydrate, high fruit diet to a primarily high fat vegan diet. And this is something that I also didn't have the intention to do. My body just kind of didn't want fruit anymore. And this started to happen about a year and a half ago. My body was just like turned off by sugar, turned off by fruit. And I'm talking processed sugar, fruit sugar, like all sweets. I just don't have an appetite for them. And I've talked to a lot of people about this who also say that they were eating high sugar, high fruit, high carbohydrate diet for years. And then they got to this point where their body was like, I don't want that anymore. So I've naturally gravitated heavily towards healthy fats like avocados, nuts, and avocados and nuts. So I've been eating a diet very high in those things for the past year or so. And yeah, as I said, super natural, like no intention. I wasn't like, I'm going to eat a high fat diet. My body just wanted that and wanted lots and lots of greens and vegetables. So those are kind of like the basis of what my diet has been over the past year or so. The last thing that I really think has come into play when it comes to my weight loss is my health situation in regards to the mold exposure in my home. So I've been dealing with mold allergies for over a year now, and I've just like had a really low appetite, and I guess I'm not honestly sure how much of my weight loss comes from or has come from my loss of appetite versus intuitive eating. So I just want to be honest with you, it's probably a mix of the two. And not to say that once I clear up my mold allergies and like clear my body out of the candida, the overgrowth of yeast, not to say that I'm going to be like gorging myself and like lose my ability to eat intuitively. I still believe that I'm going to naturally eat when I'm hungry and not eat when I'm not hungry. But I do think that might have accelerated my weight loss is my slight loss in appetite over the past year. I've just been like so like not interested in food. As opposed to like previously, years ago, I was so passionate about food, so passionate about creating beautiful meals for myself, and I wanted to like try new recipes and try new things, and was eating lots and lots of sugar and fruit, and I don't know, those are the changes that I have noticed in my personal life, my diet over the past year or so. So I just wanted to share that with you and be transparent. And also, this might make the video a little bit longer than I anticipated, but fat shaming, skinny shaming, body shaming in general is so unacceptable. I was at the YouTube house a few weeks ago with my friends Chelsea and Stephanie, and somebody had told my friend Chelsea, on the street. She was just walking by and somebody's like, you better like stop lifting weights. You don't want to get too big and manly or whatever. And she was like, who are you to tell me that I should look a certain way? Maybe she has certain goals to look stronger or more muscular. And people have said the same thing to my friend Stephanie, that she is too skinny, she's too lean in an unhealthy way. And that's how her body naturally looks when she is eating lots of plant-based food and lifting heavy weights. She is so strong. So it's just totally unacceptable for somebody to dictate and tell her that she is too lean when she's so healthy, or that Chelsea is too manly or strong looking when she's strong. Being strong is a good thing. And people have said the same thing to me. As I said earlier, people have told me that I'm too skinny with like no knowledge at all about what I might be dealing with in regards to loss of appetite from mold exposure. So it's just like, if you have ever done that, please don't ever do that again. And if you know anybody who does that, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and let them know that's unacceptable. I'm such a huge advocate of healthy living for the physical body and for the mind and for the soul. And it's just not okay to be critiquing each other when we have no idea what's going on behind the camera, behind the photo, behind the person. And yeah, I just felt so compelled to share that message. Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are on all of that. Okay, I think that wraps up my little weight loss talk. I am gonna continue filming some more videos, and I'll see you for dinner.
Tell me why you keep moving, little forget. 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 Baby, follow the ones who love you. Tell me why you keep moving, little forget. Tell me why you keep moving, little.
So I just finished making dinner. I didn't intend to make guacamole twice in one day. I was planning to make black bean noodles for dinner, but it got late and the day slipped away, and this was easier. So the guacamole is pretty much everything that was in it last time I made it. And then I have two different types of Mary's Gone crackers. I have one of these little rice cakes again, some celery and sliced cucumber. And the avocado, or the guacamole was made with 2 avocados. So I'm going to eat now. Oh, it's so good.
Tell me why you keep moving, little forget. Tell me why you keep moving.
All right, fam, it is the next day now. Finally wrapping up this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to share the recipes in this video with anybody that you know, definitely send the video their way. Comment down below about any future videos you would like to see, and I'll see you next time.
Why you keep moving?